No, wonderful. I had to know I'm going to. Kanji, if I'm wrong, up in Moyen and dancing to me. Otherwise, Gonga Kura to me, the level singing and it's a was. The look was and enjoy to get into what into. Then bang upon no answer and do a funny and the salmon no one.
Good morning. Good evening, speaker. Morning, councillors. And now we are about to start now our special council meeting. And the date today is the 12th of December 2025. The time is 13 minutes past 9. Order of business. We are going to open with a prayer. That's our first item in the agenda. Can Councillor Olivier please open for us with a prayer? Prayer. Father God, we glorify you, we worship you. We praise you, we give you all the honor because you are worthy. You are worthy. Thank you, Lord, for another new day. You have blessed this day and you have put your hand of guidance over us. Father, and as we sit here today to make decisions, I ask that you guide us. Lord, give us the intelligence, give us your news, give us your guidance, your spirit for us to take the right decisions that affect our communities. I ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Number 2 is the attendance of register. Can it be circulated for all to sign? Item number 3 is application for leave of absence. I have received a leave of absence from Councillor Mhlana, and Councillor Seti is going to join us online. Any apology? So Mangaba, I think it's also online speak. Councillor Mangaba is also joining us online. Councillor Seti?
Good morning, Speaker. Good morning, everyone. Thank you.
Councillor Mangaba? Item number 4 is declaration of interest. Any councillor who would like to declare? Item number 5 is confirmation of minutes for previous meetings. Can the administration take us through to the minutes?
It's of the ordinary council meeting held on Thursday, 30 October 2025, page 6. Page 7. Page 8. Page 9. Page 10. Page 11. Page 12. Page 13. Page 14. Page 15. Page 16. Page 17. Page 18. Page 19. 20. Page 21. Page 22. Page 23. Page 24. Page 27. 5. 26. In the case of 28. Page 29. Page 30. And the attendance registers on 31, 32, and page 33. That concludes the minutes held on 30 meeting on 30 October 2025.
Thank you very much. The minutes, councillors, is a true reflection. On Bill?
Thank you, Speaker. I propose we accept the minutes as read and correct.
Olivier?
Second. Our next set of minutes is for the meeting held on 12 November 2025, special council meeting, page 35, page 36, page 37, page 38, and the attendance registers on 39, 40, 41, and 42 that conclude our minutes for the meeting held on 12 November 2025.
Councillors, is it a true reflection of the minutes? Pompeo?
Speaker, yes, I propose to accept the minutes as correct and ready to put forward.
Councillor Valamsa? Second, thank you. There's another set of minutes.
Moving to the third set of minutes, the special council meeting held on Friday, 21 November 2025, page 43, page 44, page 45, page 46, and the attendance registered on 47, 48, 49, 50, which conclude our minutes for the meeting held on 21 November 2025.
Is it a true reflection of the minutes, councillors? Councillor Olivier? Reflection of the minutes, I support. Councillor Ompio?
I'll second, Speaker.
Councillor Mangaba is reporting that there is no sound on Teams. So can administration please check for us?
Can you please check with one of them?
Councillor Seti? Councillor Seti?
Yes, Speaker, can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me, Speaker?
Councillor Mangaba?
Please, only get his connection out.
Morning, councillors. Am I audible?
Yes, yes. And I just wanted to ask someone to answer him first. Now I can't answer him on WhatsApp. All right.
It's not online. It's not with us, it's probably watching on YouTube.
Speaking about Teams. There's no
Not yet.
Teams. It's fine.
Councillor said he could hear us. So
Yeah.
Yes, clearly. It's a unique problem. It's not into him. It's not there.
I saw this morning when I was checking my emails. At 1:45, the message popped up that you joined the special council meeting.
That he joined everybody.
Yeah.
So you just send him a new link.
Can we carry on? Meantime, the problem is being fixed. We are going now to the statements by the executive mayor and the speaker. Executive mayor,
Speaker.
well, I do have a speech. Esteemed executive mayor, deputy executive mayor, members of the mayoral committee, chairperson of MPEC, honorable councillors, acting municipal manager, directors, distinguished members of the administration, members of the public, and all the dedicated officials who have actively participated in and supported council meetings throughout 2025. I greet you all again. I address you today with sincere appreciation and profound acknowledgement as we conclude 2025. I recognize not only the considerable work accomplished, but also the commendable spirit in which
it was extended, characterized by unwavering perseverance, steadfast dedication, and an unyielding commitment to the citizens of Bitou. Executive Mayor and the Deputy Executive Mayor, your leadership has been instrumental in navigating the municipality through the opportunities and challenges encountered this year. Your strategic guidance has ensured the alignment of our collective efforts with the developmental aspirations of our community and the mandated strategic direction. I extend my sincere gratitude to the members of the Mayoral Committee. I acknowledge your diligent service and effective management of key programs vital to the municipality's functionality and progress. Your outstanding oversight and insightful policy direction have been significantly strengthened our governance framework and facilitated the effective implementation of council resolutions. To the chairperson of the MPEC, your unwavering commitment to accountability and transparency has been invaluable. MPEC's diligent oversight has reinforced financial prudence, performance evaluation, and regulatory compliance as cornerstone of our governance. The dedication enhances public confidence in our institution, and I express my deepest gratitude. To all honorable councillors, I offer my heartfelt appreciation. You have demonstrated resilience and maturity in deliberation, decision making, and representation of your constituencies. Despite diverse perspectives, you have consistently prioritized the service of the people of Bitou. Thank you for your disciplined engagement, consistent attendance, and unwavering commitment to council affairs. Acting municipal manager and directors, your administrative leadership has been crucial in ensuring the continuity of municipal operation. I appreciate your strategic vision, collaborative spirit, and dedication to implementing council decisions, even amidst challenging circumstances. A special acknowledgement is extended to our administration team, particularly those responsible for efficient minute taking, agenda coordination, comprehensive documentation preparation, logistical arrangement, and the overall efficient functioning of council. Your often unseen efforts from the backbone of every productive meeting through your precision and dedication. Our council process have remained compliant, orderly, and efficient. Thank you for your unwavering patience, professionalism, and consistent performance. To all officials who actively participated in and attended our council meetings throughout the year, thank you for your engaged involvement, expert technical guidance, and unwavering readiness to serve. Your contributions have been essential in ensuring that council decisions are informed, practically implemented, and fully compliant with legislative mandates. Colleagues, the year 2025 has presented its share of challenges. We have addressed operational pressures, budgetary limitations, community expectations, and the inherent complexities of governance. However, through these challenges, we have remained steadfast in fulfilling our constitutional mandate. We preserved, adapted, and collectively ensured the effective and responsible operation of the Bitou Council. Our strength has resided in our shared purpose. Our progress has been driven by our unwavering dedication, and our success is reflected in the stability and continuity we have maintained as a governing institution. As Speaker of this Council, I am profoundly proud of the teamwork, professionalism, and resilience exhibited by each of you. Thank you for navigating this journey with unwavering integrity and commitment. Looking forward, let us continue to foster the spirit of cooperation and accountability. Let us strive to build a council that remains responsive, transparent, and relentless, focused on delivering exceptional service to every resident of Bitou. To each of you, thank you. Your contributions are valued, your dedication is appreciated, and your hard work has ensured that 2025 will be remembered as a year of significant progress for all our municipality, besides the challenges that we have encountered. In closing, I extend my sincere best wishes to you all as the holiday season approaches. May you benefit from a period of rest and revitalization. I wish you a peaceful and joyous holiday filled with love and meaningful experiences. May your gatherings be filled with happiness, and may your time spent with family and loved ones be restorative and refreshing. Please return safely, re-energized, and prepared to continue serving the residents of Bitou with the same dedication and unity that has defined our efforts throughout 2025. I thank you. Moving to our next item, item number 7, consideration of reports. Can the administration please take us through?
Moving to section 1, Office of the Municipal Manager. First item, item C/1/358/12/25, interview outcomes and appointment process for the position of Director, Community Services, in brackets notice 265 of 2024, page 54.
Item is 7. MM.
Greetings to you, Speaker. Also greeting to the Executive Mayor, the Deputy Executive Mayor, the committee members, and also the councillors that are in attendance, and the chairperson of MPEC, and also to our directors, as well as other colleagues that are connected even virtually, and the councillors virtually. Speaker, with this item, we advertised for Director of Community Services in line with the regulatory framework, which is underpinned by the Municipal Systems Act, as well as other relevant acts. And we've received applications from the candidates that also applied for the position. We received about 20. We received 35, and we went through screening, and we ended up with shortlisted candidates, which were about 12. We subjected the candidates to a vetting process. After the vetting process, then we ended up with 12, and then we sent them for competency tests, as well as we also for the fingerprints. So we've done all that process, and we shortlisted then the 12. We gave the opportunity to all candidates except candidates that did not candidates that obtained basic in their competency. So we went through the process. We had the portfolio chairperson of the directorate. We had myself, and also we had the specialists that we have invited, and also our director of corporate services also was also part of the interview panel. Then we also, with the guidance of the service provider that we have appointed, who was also part of the interview for observation. With regards to that position, then, Speaker, we've made recommendations then to council based on the scores. I'm not sure, Speaker, you want us to fly to the scores of those candidates?
Yes, please.
For transparency purposes, administration can assist us.
The scores.
Speaker.
Councillor Kapai.
The acting MM didn't mention the councillor who is supposed to be part of the panel. He just mentioned himself and the director and the specialist.
The portfolio chairperson. Yes,
And also when I read here, I didn't find anybody who is a councillor in that panel.
I did, Speaker, to respond. I remember even myself, I did not mention the name. I mentioned the acting municipal manager, the director, as well as the portfolio head, which is the portfolio head, which is in this case, I can mention the name is Councillor Olivier.
Thank you. Councillor Kapai. Thank you.
Section, that score.
Scores, you can screen it now.
Advertisement. What? Yeah.
Okay, thanks, administration. Given the scoring that were amongst ourselves as panel members, 3 of us as panel members that were scoring, it was myself, the portfolio chair, as well as the specialist that we have requested from other municipalities. Now, based on the score, Mr. F.R.J. Williams obtained average of about 89%, and then it was followed by N.A. Jume, who obtained 81%, and then Ms. K. Moodley, who obtained 77.7%. Now, given those scores, Speaker, in the process that we have gone through, as the administration that was requested to facilitate and coordinate the process, we therefore then present to council in terms of the scoring that Mr. F.R. Williams is the one that obtained the highest score. Then followed by Ms. Jume, and then the third one, then it was Ms. Mondi. So therefore, then we present Speaker to council, as council is the one that appoints. We just coordinate the process. So in line with the results, it's pointing to a direction of that Mr. Williams can be the preferred candidate. And then in the event that he does not take the offer, then the second candidate, which is N.A. Jume, can also be offered. So this is what we are presenting the speaker to council. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Advocate.
Just finish your sentence to say if a second one doesn't take it, you go to the third. Because that's what is required by the regulations.
Okay, yes. Thanks, Director, for that. Director has said it out loud. Compare with his assistant. Thank you. Also, Speaker, before that, maybe just to cover potential questions that might arise, we have looked at the equity, and in terms of the equity, it points us to the right direction in terms of the recommendations that we are presenting to council. Because if one look at our composition currently, there's about 3 black males and 1 white male. We don't have female. We don't either have a colored female, neither a black female, neither an Indian female, neither a white female. So in terms of the equity, Speaker, our recommendation, they do subscribe to the requirements of the equity. Thank you.
Thank you, Acting MM. Councillors. Councillor Olivier.
Thank you, Speaker.
because I was on that panel. And the information given is a true reflection. In fact, I was sitting there and wondering, am I scoring this man so high? But the other panel members, without knowing each other's score, also scored in very well. And I think Bitou municipality will get somebody that's very well versed in the job. We should be proud that we have somebody from Plettenberg Bay as well. And with that, I will go with the recommendations given here, the highest scoring person being Mr. Williams. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Olivier. Councillor Swart.
A second.
Thank you. So, councillors, so candidate number 18, Friedel Williams, is the one.
Can Tanya, can you rephrase competition 3? Remember, it must now head to the third.
Okay.
That's it.
Second,
That must appear on the resolution. But if you capture it, it's fine. Because we've already said it, and then your minutes must just reflect the same and the recommendations. Thank you. You can proceed, Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Moving to the next report. Next item is item C/1/359/12/25, interview outcomes and appointment process for the position of Director Planning and Development, in bracket notice 265 of 2024, page 60. Can you please take us through this report?
No, thank you, Speaker. The Speaker with this item is the Director, the appointment of a Director Planning and Development. With regards to this one, Speaker, the same process has been followed. A total number of 22 applicants were received, of which 10 did comply with the minimum requirement of the position. Also, then 12 did not comply, and then out of the 10 that the 10 that complied, 1 obtained basic. Therefore, we did not invite that candidate. Therefore, we invited about 9 candidates. We follow the same process of vetting, checking their criminal records, and also looking at any disciplinary processes that were followed. And I think one of the things that we have done in the interview, despite the fact that we have received from the vetting and the validation, we also took the liberty to ask each candidate to declare. And we have done that process, and we actually wanted to assure whether there's correlation based on what has been vetted and what they can also confirm to the panel. Now, the panel composed of the portfolio chair of the directorate, myself acting as municipal manager, and also the specialists that we have requested from another municipality, the director of corporate services, and also with his team. They also form part, as well as the consultant. Based on the scoring, which I would also ask the administration to flight, so that we can be transparent in terms of how we have scored the candidates. Based on the scoring, Speaker, the first candidate that obtained the highest score, it was Ms. S. Mdengwana, who obtained 66, and then followed by Ms. Ngoyi, who obtained 58, and then followed by Mr. A. Machaba, who obtained also 58. And then lastly, it was Dr. E.M. 8 Hayler, who obtained 57.3. Now, based on those results, Speaker, we therefore then present that the highest candidate that has obtained is Ms. Mdengwana, who can be preferred by this council. And then if the event that Ms. Mdengwana does not take the position, the second person, it's a tie But then in terms of the equity requirements, then Ms. Moyi becomes the second, and then the third one then becomes Mr. A. Mashaba. So therefore, Speaker, I present to you the recommendations of administration and the work that the council has requested us to do. Thank you.
Thank you very much, MM. Councillors, there are the results on the board. Councillor Swartz?
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, based on the scoring, I want to propose then that we appoint candidate number 12, Mrs. Tengwana. And then if she does not accept that, we've got the next scoring candidates, we've got having a tied score. But I want to then propose that we offer the position to candidate number 7. And then if candidate number 7 does not accept, to candidate number 8. In that order, then. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Ompia?
I'll second that.
We just clarify because I'm councillors, maybe they're looking according to that. Because I hear Councillor Fuad saying a 7.
Nikki Wemboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must go on the yellow ones.
Yeah. But
Just those numbers that are flight confusing.
yeah. It's number 3 there. Miss Mtengwan is number 3 there.
Councillor is referring to 61.
To 61. Oh, okay.
According to page 61 is correct.
Yeah.
I'm just correct. I just wanted to bring clarity.
Okay. But the preferred name is the highest score is Mangaliso Mtengwan. So proposed by Councillor Swart and seconded by Ompia.
I'm sorry, let me see, can I ask that for the record, the names be read to the record on the tape, please?
Sorry?
Names of as it was for candidate 1, 2, and 3, that the names be read into the record, not the numbers.
Nice.
I'll read the names, just excuse my pronunciation. So the proposed is candidate number 12, Tengwana. And then the next candidate number 7, Joy. And then candidate number 8, Mashaba, in that order.
Thank you very much, councillors, for the clarity. Moving to the next item.
Next item is item C/1/360/12/25, appointment of acting director, planning and development for a period not exceeding 3 months, with effect from 10 December 2025 until 9 March 2026, or until the position is filled, whichever occurs first, page 66.
Item is 7, Councillor Plans.
No, the mayor was first. I just want to get a clarity question.
Okay, oh. That's what I said.
Oh, it's crowds.
No, this, yes, it should
Anyway, Mr. Chris Liman, can you please excuse yourself? Mr. Chris Liman, can you please excuse yourself?
I will do
Yeah,
so.
can you?
I
All
will
right,
do so, Chair.
thank you. Yes, left. Councillor Plans, you were on the floor.
The deputy mayor for me.
Madam Mayor?
Deputy Mayor.
Deputy Mayor? Okay.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I propose that let's go with Mr. Rudolph Herrick, whilst we are still waiting for the acceptance of the others when to start. So anyone that falls firstly between the 3 months or between the acceptance of the candidate to act.
Councillor Plans?
I just wanted, because it says, until the position has been filled, I think we have just filled the position.
It just depends.
Depending on that.
Spending on next year.
Acceptance, that's what I'm clearing. Then
Okay, no, it's fine, then.
it can be lesser than 3 months, at least 3 months.
Field council will mean acceptance.
Yeah.
Serving of notice.
Serving of notice.
Compare,
I'll second, Madam Speaker.
seconded, or Mr. Ludov Kalike, to add until the person arrives. Moving to the next item.
Item C, stroke 1, stroke 361, stroke 12, stroke 25, introduction of policy and procedure, unauthorized, irregular, fruitless, and wasteful expenditure, circulated under addendum 1, page 3.
Item 7.
Okay, thanks, Speaker.
No. No. Thank you, Speaker, but I think the acting MM can take us through.
Thank you.
Thanks, Speaker, and thanks, MP Chair. Speaker, this item, it's a policy that guides and that guides the council and also the entire municipality on how to deal with unauthorized, irregular, fruitless, and wasteful expenditure. This item, Speaker, this policy comes amid to the requirements of National Treasury, where there was a circular that was issued that each municipality must have a policy on how to deal with UIFW expenditure. If Speaker, we were to recall sometime in October, we also tabled items to council in terms of the strategy on how to deal with the UIFW expenditure. So the two are supposed to be grouped together so that there's a policy as well as there is a reduction strategy. Now, National Treasury have given grace to all municipalities to have such a policy as well as to have a strategy. Therefore, Speaker, then this policy then will guide us. It will outline how to deal with these processes in line with the regulatory framework from the various pieces of legislation. This item, Speaker, this policy, Speaker, it also provides clearer definitions of the UIFW expenditure. And then it also outlined the roles and responsibilities of an accounting officer in dealing with the UIFW expenditure. It outlines the responsibilities of the managers that are reporting to the municipal manager in terms of how to do. The primary responsibility of everyone in the municipality, including the accounting officer, is to prevent any UIFW expenditure. Now, both of those, and then the municipal manager must exercise all reasonable care to prevent by being assisted then by the senior managers. It also it also guides councillors in terms of the UIFW expenditures. Now, I think the primary objective is the same even for councillors, is to prevent, is also to approve or adopt any policies. This is the reason we are in this council presenting this policy. It also outlines the responsibilities of MPEG in terms of how to deal with the UIFW expenditure. And I think it also, Speaker, will also alleviate the confusion between administration who's supposed to take items after council has recommended to Section 32. Now it places then the accounting officer to be responsible to facilitate that process and ensuring that MPEG does receive the resolutions of council. I think, Speaker, then given this policy, it also guides us in terms of each and every different UIF expenditure, ranging from unauthorized, irregular, fruitless, and wasteful expenditures. So the policy, it does cater for that. It also guides us in terms of the role of council in investigating these UIFW expenditures, which are given the responsibility to MPEG as a committee that has been appointed by council to assist council. And then it also takes us in terms of the disciplinary actions that can be taken in terms of when the staff or councillors has contravened the UIFW. It also guides us in terms of a breach of code of conduct for councillors, also for code of conduct of municipal staff members. Speaker, as therefore, it also guides us in terms of recoveries on the UIFW and also how we should report on the UIFW. We've also incorporated the accounting treatment in terms of the UIFW to assist those that are charged to compile financial statements so that they have an idea. And also, it also guides us in terms of how regularly we should also keep our registers on the UIFW expenditures. Therefore, Speaker, I present to the full council the policy for UIFW expenditure. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Velamsa.
Thank you, Speaker. I would propose that we accept the policy, and thank you so much for putting all the effort, acting It's long overdue, and I believe this is what the institution needs, and we will grow from this. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Tablanche.
Okay, just want to shed some light on this. Why close on this? Again, it goes to what we are presenting as a council. If you look at the 31st of August 2022, we dealt with a framework. Now, this policy comes at the back end because of equitable shares, things have been withheld, if I'm correct.
No, if I were to
I just want to be correct, then I'm going to follow up. If I look at the financial application, it says National Treasury has withheld between municipalities equitable share until such a time that the council approves and implements this policy.
Think to respond, Speaker. The policy is not it's a policy that council should have had a long time ago, since 2019.
Thank you, CFO. So you see, that's what I'm saying. Since August 2022, we must, as a council, we must really take these kind of things seriously, because if the way I read it now, it's because of the financial implication. Look how late this is coming. I'm just saying that if we can just start to focus on these kind of things more regularly, then we wouldn't be sitting in December to approve a policy. Something says like that in an item. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Tablanche. Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, just to add on to what Councillor Tablanche saying, let me be clear. This is not an August 2022 matter. So I don't know why you are quoting August 2022, Councillor Tablanche, to you, Speaker. Is it because in August 2022, the lady executive took over? This policy has nothing to do with this policy. No. I'm speaking.
We cannot be responding for the sake of responding.
I'm not.
For the Speaker, can I correct? Can the executive mayor withdraw, please?
No, I'm not going for
On a point of order, Speaker.
I'm not going for
You cannot just listen to the word August 2022. I said we dealt with an item back then, guiding us towards this. It now comes since that time.
the floor, Speaker.
Never mind August 2022.
Councillor
The specific policy was meant to be already in this council.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Since August 2022, after we have dealt with that item back then. She cannot say now August 2022.
Can I please?
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Tablanche.
You are wrong. If this is not to be serious, we could have dealt with this in 2023.
Please get my chance to speak. Thank you, the Councillor Tablanche. This policy, correct, it comes at this point in time now. But so as it is with many historical matters in this municipality, the question is, are we going to keep ignoring the fact that we need to deal with matters, or are we going to become proactive and deal with it? Yes, you are quite correct. We have been put to terms, like many other municipalities, simply, and it's not because of one financial year. It is dating back as far as 2011, 2016, up until now, 2025. So the point is that I don't want us to focus, we should have done it that way, because all of us can sit here and say, why didn't you deal with it? Or why didn't you deal with it? Or why didn't this one deal with it? So at the end of the day, I don't want us to start with that conversation.
Executive Mayor.
That's what I propose, and I'm seconding Councillor.
She's reacting now.
Councillors. Administration, can you please take us through the next report?
Moving to section 2, finance. First item is item C, stroke 2, stroke 315, stroke 12, stroke 25. Second adjustment budget of the 2023-24 medium-term revenue and expenditure forecast in brackets MTREF, page 32.
Item 7.
I think I propose that you withdraw an item.
Thank you. Seconded. Councillor Blanche.
The same thing. You see what I just said in the previous item? We must act more seriously. Now we are withdrawing an item here coming from the executive. But I second it. We must be more serious. That's what I said in the previous item. Let's be more serious and focus on what we are doing. I'm not talking about individuals. I'm seconding the item, Speaker.
Thank you. Moving to the next item.
Section 3, corporate services, no items for consideration. Section 4, community services, there's no items for consideration. Moving to section 5, engineering services. First item is item C, stroke 5, stroke 248, stroke 11, stroke 25. Capital projects implementation plan, report for period ending October 2025, page 71.
Recommendation.
The item is 7. Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Speaker. You will see there's an add-on recommendation from NACO, which is recommendation number 4, which is as a result of 2 aid recommendations by the engineering and community services portfolio. And we have now, for clarity, sake of clarity, added recommendation number 4. And it reads as follows: that it be noted that the feasibility of securing an allocation of 15 million will be explored in the next budget cycle to address the sewer infrastructure challenges in Kwanakatula. And actually there was a proposal in Kranshoek. So, because in the printed copy of mine, it doesn't say that, but I just wanted to make sure that you say Kwanakatula and Kranshoek. And then also, Speaker, that in our section 71 report, we did see that at that point in time, the capital expenditure was at 22%. We were then told that the user department, they've got invoices that they were supposed to load on the system to be processed for payment, because we need to be, especially in terms of our MIC requirements, we need to be at a 42% spending. So I just want the acting municipal manager to confirm to us whether that is indeed being done. Well, Speaker, if his answer is satisfactory, I will propose.
Speaker, I just asked Chris now to confirm the latest figures.
Chris?
Based on the section 71.
Councillors, we are close to 30% as of end of October. It's quite extreme currently. Yeah.
Currently on the section 71.
We will circulate it.
30 working days, the rest will be sent today to you.
Okay, thank you. I propose that we go with the recommendation.
Solitaire.
Support the recommendation by the Mayor.
Thank you.
Second.
I second it.
Seconded by Councillor Olivier, approved by the executive mayor. Thank you. Moving to the next item.
Effective. If that says
The
so.
next item is item C, stroke 5, stroke 249, stroke 11, stroke 25, 2024, stroke 2025, annual water service development plan, performance in water services, audit report for council approval, page 77.
Item is 7. Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, on page 79, you'll see there's a difference between the recommendation from Engineering Community Services Portfolio and the MECO. Now, if you look at recommendation number 4, that we must note that our figures from the portfolio, that our figures, that our population figures being provided by States SA are comparatively low, and that the municipality will utilize its own calculated statistics for planning purposes. So we had a debate in MECO, we separated the two issues, because when it comes to engineering services, the master plans, doing the planning, looking at capacity for their systems, they work with volumes of what the system can handle and what and exactly they can estimate from those volumes, you know, what they need to upgrade, what volumes they need to upgrade to. So we were advised to take that out because in terms of our framework that we work in, when we submit applications for funding, when it comes to our equitable share, etc., we work with the official states. And for us to make a contradictory or another suggestion, we are going to have to be able to give validation to where we get our states from. So we've been advised to take that one out. And also in terms of the other recommendation about the section being understaffed, we also took that out because it is an operational matter that must be dealt with by the administration, and they need to prioritize that because this is actually a strategic plan. So with that speaker and that explanation, I propose that we go with the recommendations by the Executive Mayor. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you. Deputy Executive Mayor.
I second the recommendations.
Thank you. Moving to the next item.
Section 6, Planning and Development. First item is item C/6/232/11/25, Expanded Public Works Program. Monthly report for October 2025, page 323.
Item is 7. Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I propose that we go with the recommendations.
So Olivier.
Thank
you. Next item.
Item C/6/233/11/25, report on disposal of Ebenezer portion 2025 vacant service sites, page 327.
Item is 7. Madam Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. If we could remember, this item came to the council last time, and there were some queries, justifiable queries, therefore, definitely. Then it was asked that let it go back so that we get the whole clarity. Because this project, we want to take it as our blueprint, where we'll always refer to as the first project ever doing site and service. As you can see that there's extra information that we've been given, showing all the people that were awarded from SCM, that they were in the database, because it was one of the other requirements or recommendations. We did it from onset from the portfolio, that when we deal with these 25 portions of land, we must make sure that is for the locals that must benefit, that were in a certain salary bracket, and it must be people, since we are addressing our long overdue kind of a database or waiting list of the people, and also addressing this whole thing that some other people are not benefiting from RTP. So then, but still we said there is a long list of the people that cannot fall into RTP beneficiation. So we went to database. There were some queries that there were 2 or 3 people that why here, and the age and everything. But unfortunately, in our recommendations then, that we added how we should go along with this project, we never said people must wait for how long in the database in order they can be given. But now we will add that one of knowing that, let's say 2 years or 3 years. In fact, that's what the project manager promised. Otherwise, there was a gap, a loophole that didn't specify definitely that for how long must a person be in the database. And definitely I say to here that even we did suggest certain plots must be between 60,000 to 90,000. So you could see even how much people have offered. But because the size of those pieces of land were categorized that the smaller ones will be 60, the bigger ones will be 90. Hence, we couldn't go to the offer that people have offered. It was like that. And the other thing, we were dealing with personal people that can prove their salaries. Some of them, they applied through their business profiles, and their businesses were still proving to making more money than the bracket that we dealt with. So in this one, I'm saying, Speaker, 25 portions were advertised. Then there was one person who declined the piece of land that was offered to her because the other one she couldn't get. Every clarity was given, even the people that used to be married, now they are no longer divorced. All those queries that came, everything we looked at and we follow it, and we were given a satisfaction from the portfolio. So 24 of them are already awarded. Then because of this one person that who declined the piece of land that was offered to her, because it's not the one that she wanted, she desired. So we've got that one left. So 24 is given, then one will be again re-advertised and looked again, so that that report will bring it back. So for that case, I say I go with the recommendation of the executive mayor that will recognize the report, and also that to F number 13665 has been declined. Therefore, it needs again to be re-advertised so that it can be occupied. I thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Chabrans?
Yeah, not to dwell too much. Thank you for the report. And I strongly believe, Speaker, when we argued about this since day one, we said part of the conditions is that someone must be 3 years and more on the waiting list. Since we started this, because why I'm saying this is because in various report back meetings, it was also reported that someone must be 3 years and longer on the waiting list. Now, upon viewing this report, I see it hasn't been captured. I'm not gonna, but I would like to caution all communities and ward councillors going forward. It's a bit sad the fact that it's not captured, because it was reported in various reported meetings. Because you see, if you look at the 5 people, or let's say 4, they went and put their names on a database after the advertisement. Someone even went on the re-advertised 31st of March 2025. At that time, it was already the second re-advertisement. You see, so just to caution other ward councillors, whether they would still be here, it is said, because now I can jump the line, because I all know what people say. Supply chain is corrupt, A, B, and C is corrupt. It's what people say out there. You see, so it would prevent the next community where advertisement now comes up. I run now because I know someone there and he will favor me. Now I put my name on, I put my child's name on, who's already working. It's just unfair. It's done and dusted. There's nothing I can do now. But I'm saying I could swear that we've stated from the beginning, must be 3 years and more on the waiting list. And again, I would caution a few other councillors, if you can consider whether I'm here or not, going down the line, please try and push for these kind of things to be ward-based. Because if you fall out of the waiting list based on salary-wise, you are then to be given an option in your preferred community. But we've decided to keep it open. But what happened when we kept it open? The very same people, the 2024, 2025 people, they are the ones that went and put their names after we have advertised, because they want to stay there. You see, what if it happens tomorrow so that I have 10 people who will put them on there in your community? You wouldn't be. It's done and dusted. My advice would be that we look at this going forward, and therefore I'm not going to put up a fight, but I'm just a bit unhappy the fact that we did not put it administratively in here, that it must be 3 years and longer. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Mayor?
Thank you, Speaker. I think in support of what Councillor Claude is highlighting, I would really also feel that we make sure that we stay in line with our policies. Because we cannot also say that it was not a condition. Because the housing grants, the housing projects, whatever we do, we've got policies in place that guide us about beneficiaries. Whether they fall onto the full subsidy, whether they fall onto the service sites, or whether they fall into the flips, still there's policies that guide us. So it's going to be very difficult if we don't stick to the policies and we leave gray areas. Like Councillor said, now afterwards, it's like, we didn't know it was not specific. There's no such thing. There's a policy, and the policy, correctly, like we said, we dealt with those policies precisely, also in line with, because we know we've got projects currently that are running. So I'm really in full support of that, Speaker. I'm not sure if I want to second that.
Councillor Mangaba?
Thanks.
Councillor Mangaba, your hand is up.
Speaker, am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you, Councillor.
Thank you. Speaker, I see that my colleague, the Councillor Tablanche, is actually trying to not sound emotionally invested when he actually speaks on this item. However, Speaker, this act of having officials running around us and running circles around us to actually pull favors must come to an end. We do not come to council to rubber stamp decisions that are actually they're done underhanded, and they are done to victimize people, and we need to now sit and say we as council are actually going with the recommendations. Speaker, we were very clear. There was no loophole in the recommendations. I wrote those recommendations at portfolio level. I wrote them in council. We were very clear about that. We are quite aware that quite a number of people in our waiting list are outside the threshold of the RDP, which would now, when we push for site and service, we would actually be solving for people in our database. These are not people who can afford to actually have bigger rentals or even get mortgage bonds. It was so to ensure that we take care of our people, because in all honesty, while we are relooking the recommendations that we've sent to national and to the province with regards to the threshold of 3.5 being too low, a lot of our people are left in the gray area. That's why we had sought to actually solve for them in the site and service. We're very specific. We tried to cut out people from bringing out their friends from other provinces by having a clear strategy. Part of that was that, you must have existed for longer than for 3 years or more in the database. You must be a local. You must have been approved for housing. However, you must be in a threshold that is no longer supportive of the RDP. We're very clear about that. But we have officials running circles around us. Now it's going to seem as though we are fighting certain people who are already called, because the lawyers started calling these applicants since last month. Even when we said in council, let's put everything on hold, the calls were already out there. And when we do the checks and balances, you can tell that there was actually a foul play here, because how is it that a tender is actually advertised in October, and then an applicant is added into the database in November, and no one of our officials picked up on that unless they're in on it? I'm not starting any fire now, because already people are called and documentation is done. There's transfer of ownership, there's this and that going on. But we would have failed as this council if we only hear to rubber stamp nonsensical decisions that are made by officials outside of us. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you very much. The item was proposed and seconded.
Can I just be sort of as Councillor GP has mentioned a little bit of a change in the recommendation. Which indicated that council did note of 126 seats that has been declined and it must be re-advertised. It is vacant. That was changed.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes,
Yes.
good, we re-advertised it last.
The item was proposed by Deputy Mayor and seconded by Councillor Teblanche.
The third part. Yeah.
We are now moving to our agenda items. We finished now with the reports, going back to the agenda. We are in item number 8, which is in committee. I will let other officials to excuse us and also those in online to also leave now because we are going to
Speaker,
we are going to
the virtual space. I just put this on record. Speaker.
I'm listening, Councillor Mangaba.
Okay, thank you. Speaker, we've sat in council for months now, and there's not been reports coming from the tourism side. I'm not sure whether that is actually picked up by the portfolio head, the LED manager, as well as the director. Our SLA with them is quite clear that we need to get reports from them for month to month. And now it's become a norm that we don't have a sense of accountability from their end. So I'm just putting it on record that it be duly noted and follow-ups be done.
Thank you, Councillor Mangaba, to raise those concerns.
Thank you. Do have yourselves an awesome day. I should see you guys in the afternoon.
Can I place it on record that tourism, what comes to the, what is it, to the portfolio, then it is those items that will be called, it's PC, then those that are coming for council will come. We had last time, and it's end as a PC. So that to say that it's not coming, it's not being, I don't think it's right what to say. Thank you.
If it's not tabled in council, it didn't come to council.
It's a PC.
Thank you. And
you need to familiarize yourself with the SLA because the SLA said they must report to us. If it's not coming to council, it's not been in council.
So are we continuing directly with in committee or
we are going straight now to in committee. Can the administration please help us with those online to leave us? Madam Mayor?
I'm very happy to see there's no water jugs on the table.
Mm.
And now applies our level 3 water.
I say remove the people. If you take the mind of see, it's in safe open state, what's the year to one? Yeah,
We are in committee now. Can the administration take us